Joking earlier today about like we're at lunch, some shit you couldn't say, some jokes you couldn't say, like that are more sensitive. Why do you think it got to that way where it's like we just know we can't say certain things?
I think it's because we've also evolved to realize that we shouldn't. Like there are certain things where it's like, all right, like this was okay back at a certain point because like it was just sort of the norm. And now you're like, all right, I understand that like people and things and ideas have evolved where you're like, okay, some of these things might actually like be harmful in a certain way, but like you don't mean it that way. Yeah. But it's kind of like a lot of things then get dragged down underneath it. So it's like you got to evolve with the times, but it doesn't mean you can't joke about nothing. You just have to understand what it is you're saying, right? Like if you're saying something and the joke is like, it is like harmful or hurtful to somebody and offensive in a way that's like not productive to your comedy or to that person, it's like, what's the point? And it's a little more difficult now, but I've said this before, I just feel like if you can't figure out how to make edgy jokes in this time, you're just not great at your job. Like it's harder now, but that's comedy. That's evolving with it. Like you have to do that. You can't just be like, man, I can't say anything anymore because people don't find it funny. It's like, bro, you're just describing not being funny, man.
Yeah, like you got to try a little harder.
It does suck. Like it sucks that you can't, like some things like, oh, that was funny, but like I kind of get why you can't. You know, it's just like, but boo-hoo. Like you're going to cry about it? Like now you're sounding soft. I can't say jokes. Like, yeah, you can. Just do better. Yeah, just try a little harder and figure out like, and I just believe like you can still say controversial stuff, but know who you're making fun of. Like know what the message is and like really what the intent is behind it. Because I think a lot of people like they have some not great intent behind their jokes. And that's where they get in hot water where you're like, yo, you're not saying anything like profound.